If you're watching this video while unemployed, facing financial pressure, and wondering how you'll survive another week without income, what I'm about to share could change everything within days. Florence Scovel Shinn developed an emergency money attraction system specifically for people facing unemployment crisis. A rapid transformation protocol that doesn't require job interviews, resume submissions, or waiting for someone else to hire you. This is about instant money attraction when you need it most desperately. This isn't about positive thinking, while your bank account empties or pretending everything is fine when bills are piling up. Florence created this system during the Great Depression, when unemployment was rampant and traditional job-seeking methods had completely collapsed. She worked with hundreds of unemployed individuals who needed money immediately, not eventually, and discovered techniques that created financial flow even when traditional income sources were completely blocked. The universe has guided you to this knowledge during your employment crisis because you're ready to discover that unemployment isn't a financial death sentence. It's a spiritual assignment to learn direct money attraction without depending on employers, bosses, or traditional job structures. You're about to transform from someone seeking employment to someone attracting abundance directly from infinite supply. Florence discovered that unemployment creates a unique spiritual opportunity that employed people never access. When your traditional income source disappears, you're forced to connect directly with unlimited supply rather than depending on limited human sources. This crisis, while terrifying financially, can become the greatest abundance breakthrough of your life when you understand the spiritual mechanics involved. But here's what makes Florence's approach different from typical unemployment advice. Instead of focusing on finding another job quickly, her system focuses on becoming someone who attracts money from multiple sources simultaneously. Students using her techniques often discovered that unemployment led them to more abundant lives than their previous employment ever provided. The emergency system consists of what Florence called the Unemployment Advantage Protocol, 5 specific consciousness shifts that transform unemployment from liability into asset, from crisis into opportunity, from desperation into magnetic attraction. When implemented correctly, these shifts create money flow that bypasses traditional employment channels entirely. The first shift is identity liberation from employment dependency. Most unemployed people maintain their identity as unemployed, defined by what they lack rather than what they possess. Florence taught students to immediately adopt what she called abundance entrepreneur identity, regardless of their employment status. You declare, "I am not unemployed. I am an abundant entrepreneur exploring unlimited income opportunities. I am not seeking a job. I am creating multiple income streams through divine guidance. I am not dependent on employers. I am connected directly to infinite supply." This identity shift alone created remarkable changes in how opportunities appeared and how people responded to students. The second shift is crisis energy transformation. Unemployment creates intense emotional energy: fear, anxiety, desperation, anger. Most people try to suppress these feelings or let them create depression. But Florence discovered that crisis energy, when consciously redirected, becomes the most powerful manifestation fuel available. Instead of fighting your unemployment emotions, you transform them into magnetic attraction power. I transform all crisis energy into manifestation energy now. My financial desperation becomes financial magnetism. My unemployment anxiety becomes abundance attraction. All intense energy now works to draw money to me immediately. The third shift is opportunity recognition activation. Unemployment often creates tunnel vision. You only see traditional job opportunities and miss alternative income sources appearing constantly. Florence taught students to expand their perception beyond employment to recognize money-making possibilities everywhere. You program your awareness by declaring, "I see money opportunities in every situation. Income possibilities surround me constantly. I recognize and act upon financial opportunities that others miss completely. My unemployment opens my eyes to abundance channels I never noticed before." The fourth shift is emergency supply connection. Instead of panicking about money running out, you establish conscious connection to emergency supply that's available immediately for true crisis situations. I am connected to divine emergency supply right now. Money flows to me instantly when needed most. The universe provides emergency funding through miraculous channels. My financial crisis attracts immediate financial solutions. This connection often activated within hours, not days or weeks. Students reported unexpected checks arriving, forgotten money being found, people offering immediate payment for services, or emergency financial help appearing from completely surprising sources. The fifth shift is future abundance programming. While dealing with current financial pressure, you simultaneously program your consciousness for the abundant future that unemployment is preparing you to receive. This unemployment is preparing me for greater abundance than any job could provide. I am being guided toward income sources that exceed my previous salary. My financial breakthrough is already in motion in the invisible realm. But Florence discovered that timing was crucial for unemployed individuals. Traditional manifestation. Advice suggests patient, consistent practice over weeks or months, but people facing unemployment crisis need results within days. She developed what she called acceleration techniques, specifically for emergency situations. The first acceleration technique is hourly abundance activation. Instead of practicing once daily, you perform abbreviated abundance activation every hour during your waking day. Each hour, you spend 3 minutes declaring, "Money flows to me now through divine channels. Opportunities appear this hour. I attract immediate financial solutions." This hourly repetition creates constant manifestation, momentum, and prevents your consciousness from sliding into panic or depression between morning practices. Florence found that unemployed students using hourly activation experienced results much faster than those using daily practice only. The second acceleration technique is action following intuition. During each hourly activation, you ask, "Divine intelligence, what action should I take this hour to attract money?" Then you follow any guidance that comes, no matter how unusual it seems. Florence documented remarkable results when students followed intuitive guidance rather than logical job-seeking strategies. One student was guided to visit a coffee shop where she overheard a conversation about someone needing exactly her skills for immediate project work. Another was inspired to check a specific website where he found a gig opportunity that paid more in 1 week than his previous job paid monthly. The key was following guidance immediately, rather than analyzing whether it made logical sense. Right. Now, the universe is confirming that your unemployment is actually a spiritual promotion to direct abundance attraction. In the comments below, write, "I transform unemployment into abundance." This isn't just engagement, it's crisis transformation programming. When you declare this publicly, you're making a covenant with infinite intelligence to use your employment. Crisis as your abundance breakthrough. Your written commitment becomes emergency activation energy that begins attracting immediate solutions. The third acceleration technique is gratitude for crisis blessing. This seems counterintuitive, but Florence found that unemployed students who thanked their unemployment for leading them to greater abundance experienced faster results than those who resisted their situation. You practice saying, "I give thanks that this unemployment is leading me to abundance beyond any job I could imagine. I am grateful that losing my job is actually my spiritual promotion to unlimited income. This crisis is my greatest blessing in disguise." This gratitude transforms unemployment from problem into solution at the consciousness level. Florence documented specific timeframes for her unemployment transformation protocol. Within the first 48 hours, students typically experienced what she called crisis momentum shift, the feeling of panic being replaced by sense of possibility and excitement about new directions. By day 3 to 7, most experienced emergency supply activation, money appearing from unexpected sources to meet immediate needs. This wasn't usually large amounts, but enough to create breathing room and prove the techniques were working. By week 2, students typically entered opportunity acceleration phase, multiple income possibilities appearing simultaneously, often better than anything available through traditional job seeking. Many discovered that their unemployment had led them to work that was more fulfilling and more profitable than their previous employment. If you're among the courageous individuals who recognize crisis as spiritual opportunity, you're exactly where you need to be. Subscribe to Florence Shinn Secrets, because this unemployment transformation approach contains advanced crisis to abundance techniques that reveal themselves progressively to those who understand that apparent disasters often contain hidden blessings. This channel exists for people who want to transform life challenges into life breakthroughs, rather than just survive difficult circumstances. Florence often shared the story of a man who lost his executive position during economic downturn and spent months unsuccessfully seeking similar employment. After implementing her unemployment protocol, he received guidance to offer consulting services to small businesses. Within 6 months, his consulting income exceeded his previous salary, and within a year, he had built a successful business that provided more financial security and personal satisfaction than corporate employment ever offered. When asked what had changed, he said, "Unemployment forced me to discover that I didn't need someone else to hire me. I needed to recognize my own value and market it directly. Losing my job was actually gaining my freedom and multiplying my income potential." This illustrates Florence's fundamental teaching about unemployment. It's often the universe removing you from limited income sources to prepare you for unlimited income possibilities. When you resist unemployment, you resist the abundance promotion the universe is trying to give you. The key to success with this emergency protocol is understanding that unemployment isn't just about finding another job. It's about discovering income sources and abundance levels that employment never offered. Many of Florence's students found that their unemployment period became the foundation for financial independence and multiple income streams. What I've shared today represents the foundation of Florence Shinn's most urgent financial crisis wisdom. But there's a complete unemployment to abundance transformation system that she developed for people facing immediate money pressures. This includes daily survival practices that attract emergency funds, specific guidance receiving techniques that reveal hidden opportunities, and long-term abundance building methods that ensure you never depend on employment security again. I've compiled this complete crisis transformation system in the link below, but access it only if you're truly ready to experience the profound truth that unemployment can become your greatest abundance opportunity. Some days your unemployment situation might feel overwhelming despite practicing these techniques. Some moments you might doubt that consciousness shifts can really attract money when you need it desperately. Some hours you might feel tempted to panic about your financial future. Practice the protocol anyway, understanding that Florence developed these techniques specifically for crisis situations and proved their effectiveness through countless individuals who transformed unemployment into abundance. Remember, this isn't about pretending unemployment doesn't create real financial pressure. It's about using that pressure as manifestation fuel to attract solutions that employment dependency never provided. When you transform unemployment crisis into abundance opportunity, you develop financial independence that makes future unemployment impossible, because you become someone who creates money rather than seeks money. The most abundant people throughout history often began their wealth journeys during periods of apparent financial crisis that forced them to discover direct abundance attraction, rather than depending on external income sources. Your unemployment may be the spiritual assignment that leads to financial freedom you never imagined possible. Your transformation from unemployed to abundant begins immediately with your commitment to crisis consciousness. Transformation rather than crisis resistance. These techniques will create money flow that bypasses traditional employment channels and connects you directly to unlimited supply. The universe is ready to transform your unemployment crisis into your abundance breakthrough. The moment you're ready to see crisis as opportunity and emergency as spiritual promotion. The question isn't whether these techniques work for unemployed people. Florence's students proved their effectiveness through decades of documented crisis transformations. The question is whether you're ready to discover that unemployment can become your pathway to greater abundance than employment ever provided. Your abundant life is waiting for your willingness to transform crisis into opportunity. Your financial breakthrough is 5 consciousness shifts away. Right now, remember that your unemployment isn't punishment. It's preparation for abundance beyond your current imagination. This is your invitation to unemployment advantage rather than unemployment disadvantage. This is your opportunity to discover that losing your job can mean gaining your financial freedom. Your abundant tomorrow begins with today's commitment to crisis transformation.